traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
I heard something about a black chick writer. Do we have one of those? Can someone check Janice Brown? I believe her name is Janice Brown. See what she can come up with on the cold open. Mr. Lawrence, sir, the fans are requesting a longer cold open. Yeah, I know it's, short skit just to open up and get the thing going, but it's not long enough. There's a nice intro for the host. There's a little joke, a little banter. It's a little uncomfortable most times, but they want more of that. I know maybe you can put a cold open in the middle. Maybe a cold middle, you can call it. A cold middle sketch. Something like Weekend Update, only it's the cold open. Get it?
Presenting the all-new Cold War, making a comeback. Just in time for Throwback Thirsty.
Thirsty, thirsty, thirsty! Hurry, hurry! Step right up!
With that autocrat in wishing, Mein Führer 2024 edition. It's the Ebenezer Scrooge of democracy and the Emperor of the Republican Party. Folks, he and he alone tried but failed to fix anything. Starring that kooky, billionaire-backed, SCOTUS-packed, zany, sex-filled, apocalyptic, theocratic hellscape and future destination for elimination, where all the vermin go to die. It's America's first ever gulag, pay to play, sex slave vacation, torture chamber, and adoption agency for all the liberal unclean masses in exile for being disobedient.
You'll see retribution like you've never seen it before!
It's the Art of the Steal megalomaniac, master of the January 6th erection. Oops, the January 6th insurrection. Putin's BFF. Adjudicated, emasculated, 4-time indicted, convicted Class D rapist, Colt 45, MAGA incel leader, anti-abortionist, Clarence Thomas's daddy, reigning Burger King, top secret U.S. documents leaker, who's into water sports, traitor with mean tweets and primary threats for any disloyalty by his own sycophants. And, as promised through endless bragging, rambling, dog whistles, and jealous whining, projection. Projection like you've never seen before. Here's that despotic former leader of the free world. He's your Orange Jesus, Donald J. Trump. So, without further teasing, this all-star holiday edition, the SNL GOP debate from Christmas past. She is back by popular demand from 1978. Ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of that black writer chick, Janice Brown, please enjoy this Twilight Zone-inspired extension of the Cold Open sketch with Gilda.
Things got heated at last night's Republican debate as the presidential candidates got personal. But was Chris Christie really targeted with a fat joke?
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Miller Time segment tonight, presidential politics getting a bit bizarre. Recently, Donald Trump sent Senator Marco Rubio some bottled water, mocking the senator's thirst during the debates. Well, you got a package the other day. You didn't even know this?
I found out about it this morning. I read about it
Donald
somewhere.
Trump thinks you sweat too much and drink too much.
Yeah.
So he said
drink too much water.
Drink too much water.
Okay,
Yeah,
clear about that.
Okay, so what came in this package?
They said it was, I didn't see it. So it's water. I heard it's very high quality water. Apparently Evian are a bunch of losers.
This is really good water. And then he's got a towel. How do you feel about that? And he also talks about how young you are.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. It's not the water. Yeah, I drink water. So what? I mean, and I only sweat when it's hot.
With us here in New York City, the sage of Southern California only drinks water when it's hot.
Okay. How lame do you have to be to lose to this guy? Why are you trying to get rid of Donald Trump, babe? Democrats couldn't win this thing if they had George Washington running on their team. See what I'm saying? Why are you trying to get rid of the guy? That's the best thing that ever happened to comedy. Christ's sake, he's less popular than I am. Dennis Miller and I was the Weekend Update guy for years. Christ's sake, don't hobble yourself and cripple your chances of winning. Let the guy run, Christ's sake. Even Sputnik could beat this guy. Is that right, David? Or Spade, or Spader. Where's the Spudster? Spade, am I right? You and Dana Carvey could run this thing. Oh, Christ's sake, Democrats can't see a good thing when they're looking at it. Before they'd elect Donald Trump. He's such a lamb. He had the presidency for 4 years, Christ's sake. How stupid do you have to be to lose? To Joe Biden, to Joey, to Uncle Joe. This dude could win in his sleep. Let the man go. Let Kamala or somebody, or Gavin Newsom, Joe Biden, all he has to do is just coast through this thing. Just cross the finish line, babe. You got it in the bag. But oh no, they want to impeach the dude. They want to send him to jail, lock him up, make him leave the country. Babe, you're going to lose. You're going to lose to Trump again. Get it through your head. This is the best battle ever, and the media is loving every minute of it, babe.
The Republican primary debate hit new lows last night. The four candidates letting loose in a no-holds-barred, knockdown, drag-out fight.
The person more fascist than the Biden regime now is Nikki Haley.
It's the most obnoxious blowhard in America. So shut up for a little while.
Nikki is corrupt.
This is a smart, accomplished woman. You should stop insulting.
So do everybody a favor. Just walk yourself off that stage, enjoy a nice meal, and get the hell out of this race.
Ouch, the fat joke. The dig prompting these incredulous headlines.
He did a fat joke in the middle of a presidential debate.
Meanwhile, the guy they're all chasing, Donald Trump, was back in court today at his civil fraud trial here in downtown
Portrait
Manhattan.
of a Bush League Fuhrer named
Donald Trump.
a sparse little man who feeds off his self-delusions and finds himself perpetually hungry for want of greatness in his diet. And like some goose-stepping predecessors, he searches for something to explain his hunger and to rationalize why a world passes him by without saluting. The something he looks for and finds is in a sewer. In his own twisted and distorted lexicon, he calls it faith, strength, truth. But in just a moment, we'll ply his trade on another kind of corner, a strange intersection in a shadowland called the Twilight Zone.
I invented darkness.
He sat defiant at the defendant's table, flanked by his attorneys, and stopped to speak to reporters throughout the day.
Let me just
I do have a follow-up question.
Ron, California. Ron, I'm happy that you continue to talk. Let's talk a little bit about Bidenomics, because I'm happy to take that on right now as well. And I think it's
You're a big supporter of it. I appreciate you acknowledging that.
14 million jobs, 10 times more than the last 3 Republican presidents.
Because he had
115,000
manufacturing jobs were because of the COVID lockdown. Are you kidding me?
3.9% unemployment. As he continues to talk over me, I'll talk to the American people. 3.9% unemployment, the lowest black unemployment in American history, the lowest unemployment for Hispanics in American history, the lowest unemployment for women in 70 years, the lowest black poverty rates in history. That's this administration's agenda. And by the way, as you smile and smirk over there, you should know this, the American people. Here's a guy who celebrated Bidenomics just this week, celebrating $28 million that came into your state because of the CHIPS and Science Act, one of the most significant economic plans since FDR. I'm proud of the work Biden and Harris have done.
Would you like to respond?
You've been on a banning bench. 1,406 books have been banned just last year under Ron DeSantis' leadership. I love that he keeps pulling this out. I've seen this. He's been doing this all over the campaign trail. What's wrong with Toni Morrison's books?
It's not banned.
What's wrong? It's not true.
Not.
What's wrong with Amanda Gorman's?
It's not banned poetry.
1,406
books have been
banned on your banning bench in the state of Florida. As it relates to parental rights, come on, California, it's in our Constitution, parental engagement. It's called the LCFF process. We actually require parental engagement on curriculum development, and we don't. Complete lie. We don't require K through third grade sexual education. That doesn't happen until middle school. What you're doing is using education as a sword for your cultural purge. And you know what? With all due respect, you know, I remember in the 1970s, we had a bill called the Briggs Initiative. And there was a guy by the name of Ronald Reagan, so offended by the Briggs Initiative, which was the original Don't Say Gay bill. In that case, it was not allowing teachers that happened to be gay to teach. And Reagan had the courage to stand up, and he said, you can't catch gay like you can measles. I don't like the way you demean people. I don't like the way you demean the LGBTQ community. I don't like the way you demean and humiliate people you disagree with, Ron. I really find this fundamentally offensive. And this is a core value that distinguishes the values of my state and, frankly, the vast majority of Americans against the weaponization of education and the purging.
I have a follow-up.
Fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my
before
daughter
preaching
out
to
of your
anybody else, your
voice.
adult daughter. The next generation of Americans are using it. And that's actually the point. You have her supporters propping her up. That's fine. Here's the truth.
You're just
the easy
scum.
answer. Do you want Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels?
They're 5-inch heels, and I don't wear them unless you can run in them. I wear heels. They're not for a fashion statement. They're for ammunition.
Hell, Garvey and Spade could run for president today and get elected with that hot new podcast they got. Man, the fly on the wall is flying off the shelves. Everybody's got to get on. Everybody has a story to tell on the scuttlebutt, behind the scenes, gossip, SNL, the writer's table, wide shots.
Well, excuse me!
Christ's sake, Lauren could cast Myers and Garvey as Wayne and Garth to win this thing. You got a wealth of talent who could run with this guy. Saturday Night Live has never been funnier, except when I was running, except when I was the Weekend Update guy. Christ's sake, Shrek. You could get Shrek and Donkey to beat this guy, but oh no. They want to take him out of the game. What? Christ's sake, somebody stop these guys. Somebody stop me. I would say Steve Martin, right? Am I right, kids? Steve Martin was the first guy that you heard protest, reject the establishment with, well, excuse me. We couldn't get enough of it. Everybody, well, excuse me. Well, excuse me. Well, excuse me. That's all you ever heard around my high school in 1980. Shit. It's fun.
I hope Kermit the Frog here or Mikey Day. Voice works with either one. Either character. Hi-ho. Mikey Day. Hello.
So whenever Dan Carter gonna do a impersonation of Ralph Perot, he gonna have a high-talking voice like this, and he's gonna have a southern twang that's so heavy you can cut it with a knife. Man, can I finish one time? Can I get it?
Can I finish one time? Can I get a word in edgewise? That's the way he gonna talk. He gonna tell you, break it down. He may be can I buy a vowel if you ain't gonna let me finish one time. Can I finish one time? And if you're not gonna let me finish, and if you're not gonna let me finish a sentence, can I buy a vowel? Can I buy a vowel? Hell, Carvey and Spade could run for president today and win. These guys are on the hottest podcaster, flying a wall. It's blowing up like crazy, man. Yeah, everybody's got to get on there. Got to get a piece of the action. Inside scoops, you know. All the backyard scuttlebutt. You got Lorne Michaels impersonations left and right. Everybody wants to be the man. God. Anyway, these guys. Spade or Spudniks. I actually think that's a great idea, Dennis. The casting of Shrek. Eddie Murphy and Donkey as the VP and Shrek as president? That could work. That could actually be funny if we cast it right. Who can we get for this? We can't use Carvey. Maybe we can bring back Miller? Dennis Miller? The update guy? Carvey and Spade could run for president, Christ's sake. With that new hot new podcast they got going there, flying on a wall. These dudes are hotter than hot. It's the hottest ticket going in town. You gotta get in there. Hell, these dudes could win president right today. Spade, Sputnik, the Spudster and Carvey could win that thing today. This podcast thing, flying a wall, has blown up in everybody's face, man. Getting all the inside scoops and the backroom deals and the setups. I can't get through that.
So you have come up with, in addition to water to Senator Rubio, you want to give gifts to other
I wrote them down.
All right.
You know, it's tough. I put a Christmas list.
Yeah, you're
together.
old. You can't memorize.
First off, I like that Rubio kind of that's how you should take it. These guys are all such important people now. They seem to have lost their sense of humor. So I like that Rubio got a little teaked about it, but he also was cool.
We're having fun out here. That's the important thing, to be able to laugh in today's world, because all the terrorism and crime and...
Well, excuse me!
Hello, I'm Lorne Michaels.
First of all, from now on, all cast members will be equipped with jetpacks to allow them free and rapid movement during a sketch.
Well, isn't that special?
Yes, Church Lady, it truly is.
Hello, Lauren.
Hello, Phil. But that's not all. Recent advances in audio technology have enabled us to replace them with this silicone globule. Similar advances have enabled us to replace John Lovitz with this.
Yes, that is the ticket.
We'll be gradually automating all of our cast members, with the exception of Phil Hartman, who, as you know, is an android.
Hello, Lauren.
Hello, Phil.
Hey, girls, I miss anything? Nothing. Shut up.
Whatever.
Really, what?
Term. Look at Ego, so relieved. And live from New York, it's Saturday night.
Where will he go next? This phantom from another time, this resurrected ghost of a previous nightmare. Chicago, Los Angeles, Miami, Florida, Vincennes, Indiana, Syracuse, New York. Any place, every place, where there's hate, where there's prejudice, where there's bigotry. He's alive. He's alive so long as these evils exist. Remember that when he comes to your town. Remember it when you hear his voice speaking out through others. Remember it when you hear a name called, a minority attacked, any blind, unreasoning assault on a people or any human being. He's alive because through these things, we keep him alive.